my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Before I get started, just make sure you subscribe below and hit the notification bell. I do 3 videos a week. So I'm doing my October TBR with you guys, and I thought I would do a spooky Halloween theme. I love Halloween, and I love just like spooky books and the whole thing, like anything that's like a mystery or kind of like spooky and weird and creepy, I'm like super into. So I'm really pumped for this. I'm really obsessed with this TBR. I am going to Hawaii at the end of the month. So, I mean, like, I have a lot of time. I'm going like on the 27th. So I should be able to get through these. But like, I'm just like, I'm hoping that doesn't like deter me too much. So, the first book I have is Gerald's Game, Stephen King. I decided I love Stephen King. I mean, there's like a reason why everyone's obsessed with Stephen King. Because like his books are just great. So like I read It last year, in October. And like what I love the most about his books and his writing, and especially that book, was like it took me a while to get through it. I mean, it's like a really thick book, but you know, like I also was like super busy that month, I feel like, but every time, like even if I had to take like a week off from reading, like I would just like open the book no matter where I was, and like I would just get transported back into that world, like whatever it was. Like I didn't feel like I skipped a beat. Like there's so much description and so much in it that like you just get transported in his book. So that's why I'm so excited to read one. So I chose Gerald's Game because I like saw that they made like a Netflix movie of it, and it's just something, you know, like of all the books, it just kind of spoke to me this time. It's basically about this husband and wife, and the husband, Gerald, is into like kinky sex games, like tying his wife up and handcuffing her to the bed. And then one night, and this isn't going to ruin it because it happens like literally in the beginning. I just started reading it today. But like one night, like she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And it's supposed to be like BDSM, and so he like at first didn't get that like she really didn't want to do it, and then like I think in the book like she realizes he's just like choosing to forget, so she kicks him, and then like he dies, and she's like chained to a bed. So yeah, like it's just so far so good, and I'm excited to see where that goes. My next book, it's a reread. I've read this book a couple times, but I thought it warranted reading again. It's my kind of self-help book for the month, and it's The Secret, Rhonda Byrne. I don't know. But yeah, it's a great book. It's like I've read this several times, but I think it always warrants like a repeat read, because every time I read it again, it like just helps invigorate my brain. But yeah, if you've read it, like please let me know what you think, because I think like the first time I read it, I just like got so into it immediately, but it's hard to like keep it in your brain, so I like to try to reread it like at least once a year. The next book I got this recently for this particular thing. It's called The Apartment. I don't remember quite what this was about though, but I know it sounded creepy. Mark and Steph and their young daughter had a good life until the day armed men broke into their home in Cape Town. Traumatized by the attack and their helplessness to stop it, they decide a trip to France is exactly what they need. Steph discovers a perfect apartment in the heart of Paris on a house swapping website, and they sign up. But once they arrive, they find themselves trapped in a hellish apartment, and their nightmare begins. Alright, that's cool. I'm into that. Sounds creepy. Well, it's by S.L. Gray. So I'm excited to go into that. These next 3 actually were from my last book outlet book haul. I'll link that below. But I think I just like wanted to read these 2 in particular because the covers are so pretty, but they fit into the creepy October theme. So this is The Hazelwood. I just talked about it in my last haul, but it's basically this young girl whose grandmother writes like creepy fairy tales, and then like her mother stolen away by a figure who claims to come from her grandmother's weird world that she writes. There's my dog doing her thing. But yeah, look at how pretty the cover is. I know I like gushed about these covers in the last haul, but like I'm just like so excited to like carry this around and like read it. And the next book is The Wicked Deep. Again, I've already talked about this in my last thing, but it's three sisters were sentenced to death for witchery, and they died. And each summer they return and steal the bodies of three troubled girls so that they may seek their revenge, luring boys into Sparrow's harbor and pulling them under. I just like love the cover again, and it's like witchcraft and witchery and like Halloween themed. And then this book, like I don't know if it's like really technically like a horror book or like whatever, but it's just it's Sith. I still haven't figured out how to pronounce it, but it's just like a world with like no one dies, so they have these Siths who can end life to keep the population under control. I just like have been so intrigued by this book for so long, and I don't know, it's pretty much under the theme. I mean, and people are just like killing people because whatever. It just seems creepy and weird. So I'm excited about this, and I wanted to add it to this TBR because I've just been like really intrigued by this book for a while. The next book, oh, this looks so tacky. I have a buy two get the third free sticker on this too. Still gross. I'll take that off because it looks really tacky. But I got this a while ago. It's The Witches. It's a history book, it says. It's just about in a Massachusetts winter in 1692, a minister's niece begins to writhe and roar. It spreads quickly as neighbors accuse neighbors, husbands accuse wives, parents and children one another. It ended less than a year later, but not before 19 men and women were hanged. The whole like Salem witch trials. I feel like oh, this is pretty thick. Shoot. Well. Huh. This is weird. There's this random card in here that I don't remember getting. I feel like somebody just put this card into this book so someone would find it. It's a podcast. Oh, that's so weird. That's so creepy. Oh my god. That is so creepy. Oh my god, it's my spooky TBR. But basically, it's like a history book about the Salem witch trials. It's pretty thick. It's like, oh, a lot of it's notes. Okay, that's not too bad. But it's still pretty thick. I'm hoping this doesn't like bog me down too much and be very dense. But yeah, it's something. It's like spooky. It's October. I'm from Massachusetts, and people often go to like Salem in October because it's all like Halloweeny, and there's the witch museum. And like legit, I've never been, and I don't live there anymore. But I like want to just like go back one year so I can go. The last book, I've seen a few people review this on BookTube, and I've been like interested in it. It's The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. And it's basically, what is this about? I mean, cheerleaders. But first there was the car accident, 2 girls dead after hitting a tree on a rainy night. Not long after that, the murders happened. Those 2 girls were killed by the man next door. Police shot him, so no one will ever know his reasons. Monica's sister was the last cheerleader to die after her suicide. Sunnybrook High disbanded the cheer squad. No one wants to be reminded of the girls they'd lost. That was 5 years ago. Now the faculty and students at Sunnybrook High want to remember the lost cheerleaders, but for Monica, it's not that easy. She just wants to forget. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I think it's a cool cover. Like, I kind of think that's really interesting and cool, and there's like these little like blood speckles everywhere. So that's it. That's my TBR. It's kind of aggressive, especially since I'm like going out of town soon. I mean, like the end of the month. It shouldn't be that bad. I should be able to get through it. But it's a little aggressive, but I'm super pumped for it. And let me know in the comments what you think. And then for November, I'm trying to like think of a theme, because obviously like September is like back to school. Halloween is like October. For like November, I like don't know, because it's like Thanksgiving. Books about food? I don't know. And then December, I think I'm actually going to reread the whole Harry Potter series, because I haven't read it since I was like really little, and I don't know, I think that'd be like kind of a fun reread, and I feel like I always like used to go to movies when it came out in Christmas time in December, so it kind of like reminds me of December. And I think like a lot of the Christmassy books are a little bit like hokey, and I probably wouldn't enjoy them. So I think it's gonna be my December thing. But like, if any of you have ideas for like November, I'd be super into hearing that. So that's it. Thank you guys so much again. Make sure you subscribe below, and I'll see you next time.